Welcome to Mainland Television Regional News. I'm Graham O'Brien, and today's bulletin: student fights for the right to be warm, art in the streets, Matariki celebrations, plus more. Nelson Bay's police are intently focusing on speed after disappointing results from last week, which they say showed that drivers have not yet got the message. Thursday night saw 8 drivers caught doing speeds of between 118 and 135 kilometres an hour on the Whakatū Drive over a period of 2 hours. The following evening, the speeds detected increased from 124 to 154 kilometres an hour. 2 motorists received instant roadside suspensions and will be appearing in Nelson District Court in the near future. Road Policing Senior Sergeant Grant Andrews said that road conditions on both evenings were wet and the speeds people were driving at were a significant hazard to themselves and others. These people have to be stopped and held to account before they kill someone. He said police also had a focus on speed around schools in Nelson last week. In Collingwood Street, during school hours, police detected 80 vehicles speeding, with many travelling at up to 70 kilometres an hour in a 50k zone. Also near the Rising Sun Tavern on Waimea Road, they were also seeing similar behaviours. These areas have children travelling to and from school, and seeing these results are showing that drivers are taking little heed of the law or the conditions. As a result, there will be a continued and significant focus on speeding drivers in the area. People can also report unsafe driving on their cell phone by calling *555. Nelson will be playing dinner host for the 2015 Air New Zealand Wine Awards, to be held at Saxton Stadium on Saturday the 28th of November. Nelson is noted as one of the country's boutique wine producing regions. Grapevines have been cultivated in the Nelson region since the mid-1800s. Among the first wine producers were names such as Siegfried and Neudorf, who are still strong in the industry today. Each year, these national awards attract close to 600 winemakers, international media and other guests, so it is expected this year's event will benefit the Nelson tourism industry. However, the irony of these awards may not be lost on some wine producers, after Air New Zealand announced earlier this year that they were cutting its range of wines in its Koru lounges, as well as economy and premium economy cabins, to supply only Auckland-based Villa Maria wines. So it will remain to be seen if the airline will change its stance to make available on its flights a wine that will be crowned the 2015 Air New Zealand Champion Wine of the Show. Margaret O'Connor is one of 6 people around the country who is throwing her hat in the ring as a candidate for the presidency of the New Zealand Nurses Organisation. Margaret spoke with me in the Mainland studio on some of the issues facing nurses in these difficult times and what she can bring to the organisation. Margaret, thanks for coming and talking to us today.
You're very welcome, Graham.
Why are you standing for this important position?
Well, the reason I'm standing is because I wish to raise the profile of the profession. And I feel like, as the public spokesperson for the New Zealand Nurses Organisation, there needs to be somebody who's kind of got a courageous and articulate voice, not only for nurses and the profession, but for those that we care for.
Sure, yeah. And that's what they need, all right, someone to speak up for them. And what do you feel that you can bring to this role personally?
Well, I have a lengthy experience in community work, but I'm very down to earth. I'm a grassroots person. I've been a clinical nurse for almost 30 years, and I've been, I'm deeply sort of embedded in clinical practice, and I work for a DHB. 26,000 of our 47,000 members are DHB employees. And I've got common sense. I'm a mother of 6. There's a lot, that brings in its wake a lot of skills
Sure
to
does.
apply to many situations.
Yeah, mother of 6 is certainly a qualification for many positions in my book. It's a very difficult time in the health service at the moment. I'm sure many would agree. What are some of the real challenges that the nurses organisation is facing at the moment, and nurses in general?
Well, there are numerous issues for nurses. Probably one of the most important ones is safe staffing. Another issue is, as a result of that, is care rationing, where nurses are expected to prune, really, what they would normally do professionally in order to actually just get through the workload. Yeah. There's also we're a very ageing workforce. The average age of nurses in this country is almost 50.
Wow.
which makes me well above average, I might tell you.
No, surely not.
And we've got, so there's a recruitment problem, there's even a retention problem, and so which, means that there is a shortage of nurses looming. And then there's also things like the accessibility to, regular professional development nationwide. That needs to be sort of addressed, because there is an expectation under the Health Practitioners Competency Act that nurses, maintain their professional competency, and that we have to keep pushing so that everyone has professional development, good professional development available to them.
Sure, I mean, it's a big worry, the more funding that gets cut, the more things get streamlined.
Exactly. Well, yes, that's it. In real terms, the health funding is, diminishing all the time. And so nurses need to be courageous and speak out against a lot of what is happening publicly, particularly in a very corporatised scene, which we now operate in.
Yeah, and becoming more and more so. From what we see in the news lately. And when you say there's a shortage of nurses, is that because the nurses are not being trained and coming through our training, or that they're training and then leaving New Zealand, as many other of our young professionals are?
Yeah, that is some of it. There are within nursing there is what is called a NET-P program, which means new entrants to practice. It's a year-long sort of it's a paid position, but people are nurtured into becoming more fully fledged.
Sure.
And that theoretically, ideally, ought to be available to every graduate nurse, but it simply isn't. And so nurses are often not able to practice as they may have, planned to. And so, many do go offshore.
Yeah, and with the student loans that they have clocked up,
right,
they have to do something to pay the bills and pay it off.
Yes, indeed.
So the priorities for you, for the Nurses Union, what would the priorities be coming up to this?
Well, for the nurses organisation, my priority really would be, I feel like we need to be not only a professional and an industrial organisation, but an organisation that truly addresses the mission statement of NZNO, which is about embracing the treaty, Te Tiriti o Waitangi, and also having good access to health care for all the peoples of Aotearoa New Zealand, and having a voice in social policy and health making, decisions around health. Yeah.
Pupils at Hamilton's Hillcrest Normal School will soon be heading outdoors to experience one of New Zealand's 9 Great Walks after winning the virtual Great Walker competition run by the Department of Conservation. The lucky winning class is to travel further afield to redeem their prize during Conservation Week in November. Air New Zealand, which sponsors the Great Walks, are flying the 32 students along with teachers and guardians here to Nelson, where DOC will treat them to a tailor-made Great Walks experience on our world-renowned Abel Tasman coast track. The Year 6 students from Hillcrest Normal School's Room 7 walked the equivalent of more than half a Great Walk together during Term 1, while learning about the Great Walks and their importance to New Zealand. In doing so, they beat out 152 other entries from schools and community groups around the country. Isn't it a human right to be allowed to be warm? One Year 11 high school student, Jennifer Guthries, believes it is, and her Facebook page and petition has gained support, with 250 students having signed so far. The page calls on Motueka High School's Board of Trustees to allow its students to wear puffer jackets as part of the school uniform. This request is not surprising to many former students or parents, as Mott High School children over the years have often complained about freezing classrooms and the school's inadequate boiler-heated radiator system, leaving the maths and science blocks the last and particularly the coldest in the school's heating system line. The petition asks that as the weather gets colder, more students are beginning to wear their puffer jackets to school. However, as they are not part of the school uniform, they are confiscated, with the wearer at times receiving detention. The students say this is unfair, with the current uniform options provided by the school being insufficient at providing warmth. Criticisms include that the school's jackets are expensive and poorly made, whereas the puffer jackets are far more superior for value for money and providing warmth. The petition also says that not only is the uniform insufficient, the heating system is turned off before lunchtime. It points out that such poor conditions are affecting the health of the students because as the temperature decreases, absences increase. Motueka High School prides itself on actively encouraging attendance as a necessity to be successful throughout the year. However, because students are cold, many get sick and stay at home. The high school's outgoing principal, Scott Haynes, has told media that Jennifer should have taken her complaints to the board, and as far as he is aware, there were no complaints about the puffer jacket ban. Nelson Public Libraries is welcoming Matariki, the Māori New Year, this year with displays, workshops and events at the Alma Turner Library. I caught up with Rob Brown, who is a new Victory Community Centre coordinator, about the Community Centre's Matariki Festival that is on this Wednesday from 3:30 p.m. Small towns always find it hardest in the winter months, especially those that are geared up for summer tourism. Motueka is one small town that is trying a new creative approach to bring people into its central business district. Motueka's High Street has launched its Swinging Art on High Art Walk. This project was conceived by the Motueka Arts Council and includes works produced by locals, artists, community groups, schools and participating businesses who have adapted the summer basket hangers along High Street to accommodate the range of 80 art pieces. The aim is to encourage more people to visit the town and do the art walk, as well as locals to get out and see what their artists have made. All 80 hanging art pieces had to satisfy several conditions around weather tightness, durability, weight and safety. Organisers are hopeful that vandalism will not occur and are looking at this becoming an annual or 2-yearly event for Motueka's Main Street. After the break, we'll bring you the latest weather update and some events and happenings coming up from around the region.
Welcome to Smugglers Pub and Cafe, open 7 days a week with free parking all day. Our lunch menus have that fat old-fashioned flavour where we treat you like treasure with the food you'll savour.
We cater for children, grannies and granddads too, with special rates and privileges given to the elderly lunchtime crew. Our staff are friendly and kind and want to see you all come back time after time.
Daytime or evening, it doesn't matter. Give us a call on 546 4084 and we'll be happy to spoil ya.
I'm Francis from Nelson Auto Glass. We repair all auto glass, stone chips, windscreen replacements, scratch removal.
If you have an auto glass issue, our team will sort it.
Nelson Auto Glass Specialists, 84 Vanguard Street, Nelson.
Hi everyone, I'm Malcolm Harris from The Facilitators. We now look after sales for mainland TV, radio, Sky and online. New Zealand On Air's latest Colmar Brunton survey confirms mainland's large multimedia audience. If you're in business or want to put a message out to everyone in the Nelson Tasman region, plus nationwide on Sky or worldwide online, please give me a call or see our website at www.mainlandtv.nz.
We're the team at JCar, right here in Nelson, 120 Hardy Street. Our shop is full of electronic items,
including security alarm systems, electronic components,
solar and power,
electronics, toys,
sound systems, cables and much, much more. JCar.
120 Hardy Street, Nelson.
World War I was a defining period in our history, impacting greatly on the lives of people from the Nelson province. Memories of the First World War is an exhibition which will be displayed in a number of regional venues and is currently on at the Nelson Provincial Museum.
Discover the Belgrove Tavern, just 20 minutes south of Richmond on State Highway 6.
A restaurant, functions, weddings, barbecue, garden bar with lots of room for kids. Come and see us.
World Refugee Week Storytime for Children is on this Wednesday the 17th at Stoke Library from 10:30 till 11 a.m. and on the 18th at the Nelson Library from 2 till 2:30 p.m. This is a free fun session for 3 to 5 year olds with stories, songs, rhymes and craft. For more details, please refer to the information shown. And also for Refugee Week, the film Mary Meets Mohammed is a documentary film that will be showing on Friday the 19th. You can watch the movie trailer on the link shown. Please contact the Multicultural Council for more details on tickets. On behalf of the team here at Mainland Television News, thank you for joining us, and we'll bring you the latest news and events from around the region again tomorrow.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.
Hi there, this is Paul Ego from the 2 Degrees Comedy Convoy, and you are watching Mainland TV, unless you're on an island out in the Sounds, in which case you're probably just watching some rocks and a seagull defecating on a raft.
Hi, my name's Ian Mortimer. Mortimer Auto Upholstery is your one-stop shop for all your upholstery needs. We do car and boat interiors, boat canopies, ute tonneau covers, canvas and PVC fabrication. Call in and see us in Oxford Mews, 72 Oxford Street, Richmond.
Are you looking for a scooter, walker, wheelchair, baby seats or pushchairs? Then come in and see the Nelson Region Specialist at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library. We have a huge selection of scooters, walkers, wheelchairs and accessories, along with a free booklet guide. We also provide a breakdown service if you ever get a puncture or a flat battery. We have fully equipped service vans to rescue you. Hi, I'm Robin Jordan, and I invite you to call in and see the friendly team at Mobility for You, 269 Queen Street, Richmond, opposite the library.
Why would you want to pay as much as $1,000 for a single bed mattress when you can buy a high quality locally made mattress like this for as little as $220? And a queen size mattress could cost you in excess of $3,000, but at Nelson Beds you could have a mattress like this as low as $425. So why would you go out and spend a fortune on your child's bedroom when you can come to Nelson Beds and buy a complete single mattress and base set, a 7-drawer Scotch chest, a headboard and a 3-drawer bedside cabinet for as little as $979? So call and discuss our custom manufacturing options and local after sales service at Nelson Beds, Nelson's only bedding manufacturer.
Rats, stoats and possums are killing our native birds and reptiles. You can stop this tragedy.
The Brook Waimarama Sanctuary is building a pest-proof fence which will allow native wildlife to flourish and spread into our lives.
Help us preserve our native wildlife.
Your support is needed now. You can personally or as a group sponsor a fence post for as little as $100, including the legacy of a personalised plaque.
Go to thebrooksanctuary.org or give us a call.
And be part of this exciting community project.
The Brook Waimarama Sanctuary, returning nature to the Nelson region.
me a song for I to sing, to keep me from feeling alone while I'm traveling. Beyond mountain tops to smoky bars, through troubled oceans and beat up cars. I'm just a boy with a melody. Can I lay my dreams at your feet? I will try to aim high, skipping your step, and let's light up the world and shine like an orange sunset. Wave then goodbye as we drove up the road. But Jessie complained as she carries the load. Arrive at the beach, at the base of a cliff. Only the brave who the cowards reach, and Cyan Angel said, I'm just a boy with a melody. Can I lay my dreams at your feet? I will try to aim high, to put a skip in your step, and let's light up the world, shine like an orange sunset. Be the best day of your life. Make my day, light my way.
I'm Francis from Nelson Auto Glass. We repair all auto glass, stone chips, windscreen replacements, scratch removal.
If you have an auto glass issue, our team will sort it.
Nelson Auto Glass Specialist, 84 Vanguard Street, Nelson.
Hi, my name's Ian Mortimer. Mortimer Auto Upholstery is your one-stop shop for all your upholstery needs. We do car and boat interiors, boat canopies, ute tonneau covers, canvas and PVC fabrication. Call in and see us in Oxford Mews, 72 Oxford Street, Richmond.
Discover the Belgrove Tavern, just 20 minutes south of Richmond on State Highway 6. A restaurant, functions, weddings, barbecue, garden bar with lots of room for kids. Come in, see us.